Cardi. Here's Tony Campbell.
Your Angel goes up. That's Amore moves in. Now Honky Tonk goes up towards the stalls. Now Pearl Coat Prince takes up its position. Moving in well. 1,400 metres the journey, waiting on Concord Flight. Highview Magic goes up. So it's Molcello and Concord Flight, the two out of line. Sweet Snip drawn the inside of the stalls. This is the Manly Pacific Park Royal Class 1. Now just waiting on Concord Flight. It's the favourite. It's well supported into 291.70 on the tote. Trained by Barbara Joseph at Canberra. John Scorse in the saddle. And it's drawn barrier 4. In those bright yellow and red colours. Concord Flight will be the last one. This is race 7. The race following this one, of course, is the big one of the day. The Tynan Motors Goulburn City Cup for 1998. Now Concord Flight goes up. Matangi Voodoo Valley stands up. Concord Flight goes up alongside of the stablemate Voodoo Valley. Honky Tonk and That's Amore stands well. Pearl Coat Prince. Now they're all in. They're locked away. Stand by. This is it. Race 7. They're off. Now Sweet Snip down towards the inside, and the Shadows of Silver got away well. Matangi is prominent. Concord Flight behind those on the rails, followed by Sweetener, That's Amore. Further back behind those, You Angel, Voodoo Valley. Getting back in the field, Highview Magic, followed by Honky Tonk second last, and Molcello at the tail of the field. On settling down as they sweep down the back. Sweet Snip on the inside is joined now by Sweetener. Going up 3 wide, You Angel to make a line of 3 now. Easing back behind those, That's Amore. Then Shadows of Silver, Pearl Coat Prince, followed then by Concord Flight, who's getting right up along the inside. Back centre field, Voodoo Valley. A neck off on the inside, Matangi. Further back behind those, Molcello, followed then by Highview Magic. And Honky Tonk is last of all as they leave the back and race down the side. And still the leader was Yo Angel, a length in front of Sweetener. A half a length then, Sweet Snip doing it well on the inside. Running fourth, throwing the head around a bit was That's Amore. Back behind those in the field, Concord Flight, followed then by Shadows of Silver. Molcello out wide runs on. Further back behind those, Pearl Coat Prince, followed by Matangi, who's well back on the turn with Highview Magic. And Honky Tonk is last of all. But around the turn though, and Yo Angel is joined by Sweetener on the outside. Down towards the inside, Sweet Snip, followed further back, Shadows of Silver. That's Amore behind that group, and Concord Flight is looking for a run closer down towards the inside. And out very wide, Pearl Coat Prince is running on, and Highview Magic's the widest runner, but Sweetener raced to the lead. Sweetener broke away from the field. Matangi's running on late, and Pearl Coat Prince out wide, but Sweetener too good, has beaten Matangi. Third, Yo Angel, followed by Concord Flight. Couldn't get a run at all in the straight. Then Honky Tonk, followed by Pearl Coat Prince. Shadows of Silver back behind those, Super Snip, followed further back to Highview Magic, Voodoo Valley. Well back was That's Amore, and Molcello pulled up very quickly after crossing the line. Sweetener's the winner, ridden by Len Beasley. Number 6, Sweetener, a $6 even on the tote and $1.90. Trained at Goulburn by Danny Williams, and Sweetener raced by A.M. Cardi, M.D. Wiener, P.P. Wolanski, P.H. and Mrs. V.H. Green. A 4-year-old chestnut mare by Spectacular Love out of Kia Kaha, and a good ride by Lenny Beasley. Matangi ran on well, number 4. It's trained by Brian M. Smith at Queanbeyan. Fred Stanborough, a 4-year-old bay gelding by Black Kite out of She's Scarlet. And third, Yo Angel, number 5, trained by Kirk Roberts at Rose Hill. A 4-year-old chestnut mare, High Regard Liaise, and the rider was Glenn Pickwick. 6.45, Sweetener $6 1.90, Matangi $3.80, Yo Angel $2.60. Following the running of race 7, the Manly Pacific Park Royal Class 1, and Sweetener trained here on the it's trained on the new track, in fact, at Goulburn by Danny Williams, and raced by some prominent racing identities: Alan Cardi, M.D. Wiener, P.P. Polanski, P.H. and Mrs. V.H. Green. Now the 4th place getter, number 1, Concord Flight. No luck in the straight, Concord Flight. There was no run there until the race was all over. It finished 4th, number 1, and number 13, 5th, Pearl Coat Prince. So the numbers: race 7, 6, 4, 5. 1 was 4th. The margins are half a length and a quarter, a half by a length and a quarter, 1:24.59 the time, and we'll have more in a moment.
It's a lovely sight coming back there, Sweetener, especially when you're a winner. $6 it paid, and $1.90. Owned by Alan Cardi, who's a prominent owner of racehorses in the district and has a property near Goulburn. Matangi paid $3.80 and $2.60, trained by Danny Williams, who's joined the staff on Alan Cardi's property there, and doing very well indeed. A very promising young trainer is Danny Williams, who came, of course, from the western New South Wales to join them at Goulburn. Okay, Terang, rapid response to Sweet Lucy, 7.30. Over the page in the big Goulburn Cup, $15 for Lord Vada. Flash Me Dazzler, 24. Full Pelt, 7.30. Star Chimes, 40. And Vain Victor is $46. Let's take a short break before the Goulburn Cup, and then we'll be back with it. $16 for Lord Vada, $26 Flash Me Dazzler, $6.30 Full Pelt, Star Chimes 46, Vain Victor 38 in a very open betting race at Goulburn for the Goulburn Cup. In fact, who's favourite there at Goulburn? Let's go back to the front page. 640's favourite there. Would it be Kalahari Sands would be just about the shortest there. The winner of the Maruya Cup coming off that, trained by E.B. Murray. Let's go to Tony Campbell because he's down there on the spot for his call of the 1998 Goulburn Cup.
670 for Al Rateb. This is the big one of the day, the Tynan Motors Goulburn City Cup. Now, Sweet Lucy still out of line. There's a riderless one there, Star Chimes. Very big crowd here today watching this race. A huge crowd. I'm sure the club would be very excited about this. This Sunday week, of course, it's Black Opal Preview Day and Canberra Guineas Day. Noms closed this coming Monday. That's the meeting at Canberra. Sunday week, Sunday the 1st of March. Preview Day and Guineas Day. Should be a tremendous day at Canberra. Sunday racing. Now waiting on Kalahari Sands, and we'll have a start. In the Tynan Motors Goulburn City Cup, a very good field, a very open race. A lot of chances. Now they're all in. They're boxed and ready for a start. Al Rateb stands up, Full Pelt. Well, just a printer rares. Starter goes up. Racing in the Cup, that was a good level start too by Deed, and down towards the inside, Full Pelt went straight to the lead. Al Rateb is prominent, Jovial Dancer, and Sweet Lucy moves to second. In behind those, Carvelin going around the field, Lord Vader, so too is Nice. To take up a position not too far away, Kalahari Sands. Drifting back, Flash Me Dazzler, followed by Vain Victor, Star Chimes on the outside. In behind those, Jamia, followed by Pentas and Jovial Dancer last of all. The Cup field swings down the back, 1100 out, and Full Pelt from Wyong is the leader. 3/4 of a length over the grey Nice. In behind those, Lord Vader on the outside. In between runner, Sweet Lucy, followed by Al Rateb, easing back a bit on the rails. A length and a half then, Just a Printer, followed by Carvelin. Off the track with Star Chimes. Between runners, Kalahari Sands. A further break in the field then, Flash Me Dazzler. Further back behind those, Vain Victor, Jovial Dancer, Jameer, and Pentas last of all as they leave the back and race down the side. There's no change in the order. Full Pelt leads, a half a length Nias, followed by Lord Vader, Sweet Lucy. Al Rateb is down on the inside, a length and a quarter behind those, Just a Printer. Going up wide, Kalahari Sands, Carvelin on the rails. Back behind those, Flash Me Dazzler. Then Star Chimes, well back as they race towards the turn, Vain Victor. Further back in the field then, Jovial Dancer, followed then by Jamia second last, and Pentas last of all. But around the turn, in the Goulburn Cup, and Full Pelt is the leader. Nias moved up on the outside. Sweet Lucy's running on, followed by Al Rateb down towards the inside. Then Lord Vader, Flash Me Dazzler, followed then by Kalahari Sands out very wide, running on. Many chances. Full Pelt is battling it out now with Sweet Lucy running on. In between those, Nias out very wide, Kalahari Sands. Here's Sweet Lucy. It's Nias and Sweet Lucy. Nias in front, and Nias wins the Cup. Nias narrowly over Sweet Lucy. Full Pelt third, followed by Al Rateb, Pentas. Then Flash Me Dazzler. Back behind those, Just a Printer, Carvelin. Kalahari Sands, a long break, then Star Chimes. In behind those, Jovial Dancer, followed further back to Vain Victor, Lord Vader, and Jamia, one of the last across the line. Nias has just held on to beat the little mare Sweet Lucy, I feel, and Full Pelt, who tried to lead all the way. Nias, $8.10 and $2.70. Sweet Lucy, $2.90, and Full Pelt, $2.30. Tremendous race, a cleanly run race, and Full Pelt, the horse from Wyong, she tried to lead all the way. Nias and Sweet Lucy. Sweet Lucy tried a hard out, but she's just missed. And Nias is the winner, trained at Rose Hill. Lenny Beasley, the rider. I think that could be a winning treble for Len Beasley. And Nias, raced by N and Mrs. I, a 7-year-old grey gelding by Gaius out of Miss Millie, has now had 69 starts, 11 wins, 5 seconds, no, 12 wins, 11 wins, 5 seconds and 11 thirds. So from 69 starts, Nias has recorded 11 wins, 5 seconds and 11 thirds, and that was a good ride by Len Beasley. Kerry Jordan at Rosehill, the winning trainer, was always prominent, Nias, always travelling beautifully. Kalahari Sands momentarily looked a bit of a chance in the straight, but it was the little mare with the big heart, Sweet Lucy, who went out after Nias, but just failed on the line. Sweet Lucy, trained at Goulburn by Arthur Howlett, Kevin Sweeney the rider, a 6-year-old chestnut mare by Opera Prince out of Badgalise, and the other one there, Full Pelt, a 6-year-old bay mare by Full and By out of Sonsy Mary, Neville McBurney, Corey Brown. So the winner of the 1998 Tynan Motors Goulburn City Cup Nias, raced by S and Mrs. I, a 7-year-old grey gelding by Gaius out of Miss Millie, and we'll come back with more as the winner returns following the big one of the day.
Yes, the big one of the day, ridden by Lenny Beasley. I think it is a treble for him because he certainly won on Sweetener, and he won earlier on something else. Goulburn Race 8, the Goulburn Cup. The Goulburn City Cup is over for another year, and Nias, the Rosehill trained by the Jordan brothers, paid $8.10 and $2.70. The old veteran, there he is, still looking very well. Sweet Lucy, $2.90, and Full Pelt, $2.30. 6, 10 and 13. I've got a feeling that Nias, one stage of his career, won a nice race. I can't think what it was in the city, but he certainly is a very well-known horse as he goes up the hill at Goulburn, back to scale after winning the 1998 Goulburn Cup. Tredevo is $1.90 and paid $8.10, a nice little dividend there, and $2.70. Sweet Lucy for the close-up second, $2.90, and Full Pelt, $2.30. 6, 10 and 13. $41.50 the Quinella, $79.50 for the Exacta, and Trifecta, 6, 10 and 13. Paid $406. Okay, let's take a break before we get correct weight from Grafton and Esk. We'll be back with that after this.